go. I've been dodging this one for a while. Would you know? What is going down, world? Welcome to the 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. I go by the name Black Pegasus, and today I'm checking out, finally, Eric Clapton, Tears in Heaven. And I've been dodging this song for a while now, dodging it purposely because, from my understanding, this is about Eric Clapton losing his son. Now, if I'm incorrect with that, please tap in the comments, but this was something that was known in the general public when this song was released. And I always had heard that, like, oh, there's a song, Tears in Heaven, and it's about his son and, some type of tragic passing. And I'm actually getting a little, it's even hard for me to just, when I get nervous or when I get emotional, I get fidgety. So sometimes you guys might see that, like me start, it's my way of trying to, guard myself from being too vulnerable to people or too open. I just get fidgety. And I'm going to just be real before I start this reaction. Just hearing the beginning so far, I was just like, oh, Lord. For y'all that don't know or know about me and my wifey's history, before we had my daughter, Alinea, we had 2 stillborn births. And our first stillborn was a little baby boy, Huey, at 6.5 months. And our second was a daughter. And it kind of shook up our relationship. But immediately knowing that this song's about his son, like I still have a lot of angst and some regrets, like just the fact that we lost our firstborn son and now we have 2 beautiful daughters, but I don't know if we'll be able to have any more children. So just knowing that there's like these parallels here, it's already kind of just the concept is messing with me. And this is why I've dodged this song for so long. But we're going to get into it today. And if you're here for it, like, share, comment, subscribe. Let's get it. 40.
40-year-old boys are back in town. 40. Boys are back in town. 40-year-old boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. Malt liquor for your ears. 40.
All right. Let's get this logo down and pull the video up. If you guys would want to support my other channel, Pegasus vs. the World, over there I take on challenges, comedy, trending topics, stuff like that. I've been trying to post more over there and just something different than over here, But all the music reactions happen right here. If you want access to these reactions early, we have a membership for that. There's a link in the description. We have a huge catalog of reactions in the membership, so you can go crazy. Again, there's no obligation, and don't stress it. I've noticed people have been stressing like, oh, like I can't afford the membership. It's rough out here in the world. But what I would say is that almost all of everything that's in the membership gets released eventually. I just have a huge catalog of recordings and stuff like that. So it just takes time because we only release so many videos a day. So don't stress that. Thank you for your support. Big shout out to all the members. Let's get into this one. Yeah, I'm not sure where this is going to go, but it's my first time seeing this video here in this joint. And I've heard of it. And maybe, sometimes they put music like this in a movie, like the hook in a movie or something like that. But I've never really experienced Tears in Heaven by Eric Clapton. So we're going to go there right now. Support Eric Clapton, support the labels, all that good stuff. And let's go.
Would it be the same?
I don't know what's going on here. His vocals, they're incredible. Sounds angelic. And this is in comparison to like a Wonderful Night or Wonderful. I really enjoy that song. It's crazy to hear him go to a song like this verse, like even that song Cocaine. This is wild. And the lyrics. I'm just going to play the song for a little bit longer. Obvious, it looks like this is connected to some type of movie soundtrack. I could care less about the movie. I'm only here for Eric Clapton's performance, his vocals, and the storyline behind this. So I'm not really a fan of like what's popping up in this movie because from understanding where this song might have come from, I just don't care about that. Like this is something else. But all right, let's get into this. This is Eric Clapton, Tears in Heaven.
Here in heaven. Would you hold my hand if I saw you in heaven? Would you help me stand if I saw you in heaven? I'll find my way through night and day, 'cause I know I just can't stay here in heaven.
I struggle with this whole concept because this concept of losing someone. This could go for anyone who's lost anyone at any time in their life. I believe he wrote this because he lost his son. Or I don't know what stage of how old his son was. I could probably read it, but I just heard that story, and I have all these questions when when we had our first stillborn, because it's just like, I don't know, sometimes people get it confused for a miscarriage, but what happens is the baby's pretty much very developed, fully developed, and in our situation, the heart stopped beating. So like the wife actually had to go through a delivery process, and then the baby was delivered, and it's just a little, being, right? It has all its fingers and toes. It's just, very premature. And the concept of this song, just even the beginning, that question. Well, I forget the question. It's like, would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? That's crazy. It's a crazy concept. Anyways, I'm going to play this more because this is a really good song, you guys. Definitely, I'm sure a lot of the reactions to this are probably pretty emotional because all of us can relate to losing someone or something, right? Like, I lost my mom to cancer, but for some reason, just knowing that this song is probably a bit like, the thing is, like, my mom knows my name. I had a relationship with her. Like, like when I think of these lyrics, I just think of my son that I didn't get to know or didn't get to raise, and, blah, blah, blah. So it's, yeah. Anyways.
Time can bring you down. Time can bend your knees. Time can break your heart. Have you begging, please? Begging, please.
Sheesh. Yeah. Um, what a beautiful song. You know, when I was grieving, going through the grieving process of losing our firstborn son as a stillborn, I wish I would have had that song in my life. That would have been a good one to grieve to. It's it's hopeful and it's sad. It's very sad. It's emotional, but it's still hopeful, you know. And I think as humans, that's all we hope for, right? Like getting to that moment of heaven. I gotta look this up. Um, I gotta look this up because I'm curious on what's going on here. Did Eric Clapton's son pass away? Connor was a 4-year-old. Oh my God. Holy sh. He fell from a window in New York. Holy. Ew. I'm not even going to read that. Just knowing the premise. So, yeah, Eric Clapton's son passed away when he was 4 years old, fell off a roof. That's insanity. I can only imagine. I don't want to imagine. That's why I stayed away from this song for so long, you guys. You know, raising little ones. This is the one thing that parents shouldn't have to go through. You know, you want to go first. Let's just put it that way. Anyways, it's very relatable for me because I went through a lot of these feelings that he talked about in the song when we did lose our firstborn son as a stillborn. You know, it's weird because I don't like being this vulnerable or emotional on camera, but I do think there's a part of it that's helpful to people. Also, I think it also makes me stronger because I believe men, we have to be the rock for our family. And you know, sometimes what's the word? You put things in a box. I was going to say encapsulate, but that might not be the word. But, you know, you box your problems and things up and hide them from the world, which I think there's a time and place, right? There's just a balance because, you know, when you're in the war, right, you're crawling through the mud and your best friend just got his head blown off next to you. You got to keep going forward, right? You can't just stop and you can't just go into paralysis, you know? So, I think as a man, you know, dealing with the different things I've dealt with, sometimes you compartmentalize, not encapsulate, compartmentalize these things, and you just move forward because that's what must be done for success, for life, for growth, all these things. But I do compartmentalize a lot of the things from, you know, my mother's passing to us having stillborns and just things like that. And I only open that box in certain moments, and I opened it here in this reaction. And yeah, it ain't easy, you guys. And life, you know, life is tough, you know. I know people have gone through way worse things than I've gone through. So, you know, I think we all can relate. We can all hold hands, and this is the type of song that brings people together. This could be for anyone, you know, anyone who lost someone. Anyways, very beautiful song, very emotional. Definitely would be a go in the playlist for, you know, grieving periods. But I would also stay away from that song from time to time because it's you know, you can't live in the grief, right? Or you will cease to be. So taking some time, embracing the grief, going dark, is good, but you gotta climb out of that space or you won't survive it. So anyways, wonderful song. I'm glad I finally reacted to it. Kind of breaks my heart, if I'm being honest with you. It brings me back to a time. It brings me back to some things that I've compartmentalized and put deep away that I still probably have to face at some point. But yeah, it's Eric Clapton, Tears in Heaven. Guys, let me know what I got, what I missed. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you later.
Thank you for being some man. 40 years down the road, back again. FUQ boy.